Well, after a very successful first season in the Vanderham National League, which obviously did go very well, did get promoted, but that doesn't matter. We were meant to avoid relegation, and we did that. So the plan really is to just sign some players, but possibly, just maybe, there might be a few job interviews along the way. Hello, welcome to Club 2, part 23 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up into today's episode, we've got our summer transfer window. There may be a few job interviews throughout the summer. That's if any clubs do offer me any job interviews, which they should currently, but we're not wanted by any clubs at the moment, but we're still very early on in the summer. In case you didn't see yesterday's episode, we did unfortunately lose in the playoffs finals to Dorking Wanderers, who did get promoted to League Two. Not at the season review just yet, but the transfer window has opened. We've been linked with a few players, one of them being Danny Mahon, the youngster at Arsenal. We can't really scout him at the moment, but says his transfer value is 250k and would be a terrific signing. So I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, we've got a Gunneroo leaving. Kwame is also going to be leaving us. I might take a stab in the dark with him. And we've also been linked with David Akbontahoma, who's also a centre back. So we might just hold off. We have got 5 Premier League youngsters coming in. They all look a bit hit and miss. So first up, it's Connor Collins. He's an English centre mid, 2.5 stars of current ability. Comes in from Tottenham Hotspur for the free transfer. Then Milton Leonardi, who looks the best of all of them. He's a Argentinian centre back / right back, but his best role is apparently right back. He is 6'1", so probably centre back. 3 stars of current ability, 4-star potential. Vanderham national standards, so you know what? We might just call him up into the first team, but we might not. We might possibly just send them all out alone. He comes in from Man United. Ian Davies is a Jamaican left back. I presume he was born in England. He was actually born in Jamaica. Wow, that's very surprising. I presume his parents were originally from England and moved to Jamaica. So he's a left back. Comes in from Chelsea. Then next up it's Hamza El Mahdi. He's a Moroccan left mid / left wing. 2.5 stars of current ability. He's in North-South. Yeah, not very good. He comes in on a free transfer from Man United. And last but not least is John Holmes. He's an English centre mid. 2 stars of current ability. 3.5 star potential. Leads around North-South. I suspect most of these will end up going out on loan because they're clearly not very good enough. He comes in from Brighton. So I think the best one out of these is Milton Leonardi. Milton Leonardi, my apologies. He's probably looks like the best one, but I suspect they are all in the under-21s at the moment. Is he in the under-21s? Yeah, they're all in the under-21s. I think that's probably where they'll stay for now. I doubt any of these are actually going to come into the first team. Maybe throughout the season, obviously if I'm still in charge, because that's another thing. We might get a few, might possibly get headhunted. We have had a couple record breakers this year. Richmond set a new average rating record of 7.41. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That 7.41. It was good last season, but I mean, step up absolutely superb. Richmond also won Player of the Season. That's Vanderham National League Player of the Season. So we'll just congratulate him. He also got top goal scorer, 31 goals. Runner up got 23 goals. I mean, that's not bad. I'm hoping I do win Vanderham Manager of the Month, considering last season we were in the Vanderham South. This season, Vanderham National League, we did very well. I don't know where we were actually predicted to finish. 11th. I mean, I think it's fair to say we probably overachieved. Here we go, in the budget, 32,000. Wage budget of 28.5k. What does that compare? We're currently over our wage budget. That's nice, but we could theoretically just switch that all into wage budget, but it won't give us much more. So I think we'll just leave it as it is, because we do have a few players leaving us at the end of June. So those are Hayden, Lindley, Kean Jenkins, Harrison, Bond. I'm not actually sure about, so I think we will just offer him a new contract just as a backup. Yeah, I think if you can accept a wage decrease, we're not going to have any promotion wage rises. I guess that's fine. £425. What were you on originally? 500. That's a £75 decrease. That is fairly good. And Brian Cromb is also going to be leaving us. He good that first season, but he is joining Dreams FC in Ghana, so he should probably rip up that league apart. Hopefully, you never know, we might see him in the Ghana first team. I very much doubt that, but he's been a brilliant servant, and hopefully he goes on to have a great season in Ghana. And obviously, we will say goodbye to the loans of Kyra Wilson, Joshua Agunaro, who's been absolutely superb. Shame he's not out of contract, and Bo McDonald is also going to be leaving us. So those three loans will also be going back to their parent clubs. Apart from that, there is one player wanted, that's Beckham Pudding. He's wanted by Forest Green, but I'm not too fussed about that yet because I don't know when the EFL transfer window is open. It doesn't open yet, but I guess we'll come back for the end of season review. Well, the end of the season review has finally arrived, so let's take a look at it. Obviously, a trophy this season, very close to getting promoted, but just wasn't quite good enough in the final. So let's take a look at some of the players we signed this year. So Harrison Bond, yeah, obviously came in as a backup goalkeeper. Obviously, you just saw we have given him a new contract. Hasn't accepted it just yet, but because it's only been a couple days. And Archie Davies has, I'd say, he's absolutely fantastic. 44 appearances, 7 goals, 10 assists. What more could you ask for from a right back? Very good. Then Christian Clark wasn't bad. 23 appearances, 4 goals, 7 assists. I feel like we should have started him a few more games. I think we should have started him every game. He did get signing of the season, which I think is fairly decent. He sort of deserves that. Then Kyra Wilson, great loanee. Bo McDonald, Josh Agunaro, all fantastic loan players. I doubt we'll keep any of them, but you never know. We might keep some of them. Conor Grant, he's a good sentiment. I'm not sure who was the best. Conor Grant or Christian Clark. They're both the similar sort of player, same position. But I guess Christian Clark, I don't know, they're sort of the same. Had similar goal contributions. I guess they were both as good as each other. Then Alfie Doy, yeah, he was pretty good at the beginning of the season. Has sort of dropped off about past the halfway stage of the season, so he was all right. So board wanted us to attempt to avoid relegation. Yeah, we definitely overachieved. If I don't somehow get any job offers from League 2, League 1 clubs, preferably League 1, maybe even Championship, but that might be a step too far. I don't know what I've done this season. The FA Cup went pretty well. We got to the second round, got knocked out by Barnsley. Hopefully we can go one step closer next year. Hopefully get to the third round. That's my plan if I'm still in charge then. FA Trophy got knocked out by Gillingham, but that's nothing really to worry about. Our biggest win this year was a 10-1 win over Gateshead. I mean, that was ridiculous, that. A match to remember was a 4-1 win over Wealdstone. And goal of the season went to Archie Davies for his goal against Brackley in the FA Cup. Which, did I show that game on camera? Can't really remember it. I don't think I did, because I think it was the fourth round of the. I think it was the fourth F qualifying round. Davies, that was absolutely superb. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. Goal of the season, definitely. So club reputation has stayed the same. I thought it might have actually gone up a little bit, considering we are in a new league. Sponsorship, up and down. Mostly up. That's that. Yes, that's fine. We have actually sold some shirts this season. Most popular names being Richmond and Coca, Phillips, Portelli, and Cooper. I mean, it's quite surprising to see a Coca up playing Phillips. I mean, they didn't really play a whole load, But this is the best 11 we had. Cooper in goal. Then we had a back four of Davies, Gunnamo, Taylor, and Pudding, Portelli and Grant in the midfield. Then we had Coco on the right, McDonald in the middle, McKeown on the left, and Richmond up front. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Richmond, absolutely amazing, and it shows us here. Fans player, young player of the season, absolutely superb. Top goal scorer was also Dominic Richmond with 32, McKeown with most assists, and that was with 12. Dominic Richmond had a very good season, could break in a lot of records, 5 to be precise. Most overall goals by a player in the season, most league goals by a player in the season. I mean, that's probably his records that he broke from last season, I reckon. Most goals by a player in a match, and that was 4. And most league goals by a player, 49. Did he score 49 goals in all competitions then? Maybe that was combined. I don't know what that means there. Most league goals, maybe that's just his total of goals he scored throughout his whole Maidstone career, I think. So we don't need to look at any of that. So what do the board want us to do next season? Obviously, my contract does run out at the end of this year. They want to expand the stadium, so I expect there'll be some stadium announcements fairly soon. So most of it is the same. So the only new bit is to expand the stadium. That's fine. So obviously contract stuff that might be that's under question marks at the moment, depending on if we leave, well, I guess, or get offered any jobs. I can't remember what they wanted us to do. Let's just say top half. Let's try to be ambitious. Okay, win the title. I wasn't expecting that. We'll try and win the title this year. I guess that's probably about right, considering first and third went up. I think we're probably the best team in the Vanarama National League. I'm not sure who got relegated. We're not going to worry about doing a press conference for those 5 Premier League youngsters, because most of them are fairly rubbish. I doubt any of them are going to make any appearances in the first team. Samuel Coker's dropped concern over the lack of sufficient quality in squad depth. That's fine. Thank you very much. I don't know why we've said that now, because we were performing pretty well with just one goalkeeper in the squad until you got on a grumpy, and that's probably when we had that really bad form he got the grumps on. So, yeah, that should be fine. We are wanted, so Barnsley. I mean, where are Barnsley? What league are Barnsley? And we'll have a look if should we get a job interview. And I expect, I'm not sure when the club next bit will be. Maybe somewhere mid-June, maybe for a stadium announcement. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've got our first job interview of many, I think, over the summer. That is Barnsley. They've been wanting me for quite some time. They're the only team I'm wanted by, thankfully. That is Barnsley. So we're going to attend the job interview. So take a quick look at Barnsley before we do go in for the job interview. They are 17th. They did finish 17th in League One, which by no means isn't too bad. Exeter City got relegated. Oh, that's sad. See, Exeter City get relegated. Managed by Matt Taylor. That's his second spell at the club. But Barnsley, they look like they've got some decent players. I'm not sure who they've got. Jonathan Bond, an aging goalkeeper. I think we can work with that. Obviously, it's the transfer window, so if we do get the job, they've got quite a big squad. A lot of players wanted, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess we'll see if we get the job. So let's attend the interview. Hi, Paul. That's a great name. Yeah, I'm very excited to have this job interview. Why have you only worked with a small selection of teams so far in your career? Well, in all honesty, loyalty is the main thing. I've shown loyalty to every club I've managed, and I consider this a good thing. Loyalty is a good thing. I've not really had the chance to manage more than a couple teams, so I'm still no, we don't need to say that. I hope you can look past my lack of wider managerial experience and trust that I'm the right candidate for the job. It's all right, but that's sort of asking for a chance, so you don't really need that. You have to decide. No, I'm not saying that. I haven't felt the need to move on very often. I've enjoyed. I think you know what I have. I haven't felt the need to move on, mainly because the teams that have offered me the jobs haven't really been paying that well. So I think we'll just say that. Would you agree that your handling of the media has been mediocre at best? No. I'm always I haven't really received any complaints with the media just yet. Are you able to ease our worries about your apparent failure to cultivate a strong dressing room atmosphere? Well, listen here, Paul. We are newly promoted. We finished second in the Vanarama National, and I did that with a weak dressing room. No, 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 no. That does not happen. I've still managed to be successful despite that, which I think is the main. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're still successful. Are you able to ease our worries about losing the backing off of your players? No, I don't never lose the backing off the players, do I? Um, I've still managed to be successful. That's my answer for everything. Are you willing to assure us that you do a better job of maintaining a good dressing room atmosphere here than previous managers did? To be honest, judging by your squad, you had a very big squad. It's very hard to keep players happy when you've got at least 30 players in your squad. And you can't keep everyone happy. You need at least minimum 25, I reckon, maximum 25. I won't have any problems. Yeah, I won't have any problems. That's fine. Our previous manager didn't enjoy the best of relationships with the supporters. What a wally he really is. The supporters are the best thing about a club. I've had a great relationship with all the fans I've been at. Um, who the hell is he? That's actually quite decent. It was that Leicester City as a head performance analysis, and Huddersfield. That seems fine. I'm happy to work with him. As part of the recruitment process, we are blah 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 blah. Um, I, hmm, I don't really know what to say about that because I don't know how big your backroom team is. So I'd say probably just a small budget for now. Then I'll make my a full assessment should you employ me. So the board want me to develop players using the club's youth system. That depends how good it is. That's fine. Maximum 1 year contracts for anyone over the age of 34. Don't really plan on signing any old men, should they be former Premier League players. Maximum 2 year contracts for players over the age of 32. Then that sort of falls under the same category as signing old men, unless they're former Premier League, like Jamie Vardy, someone like him, like a brilliant top player. So end of this season, they really want. Well, that's the end of 28-29 season. They want me to reach Sky Bet League One player. So I think that is fairly doable. That I mean, yeah, I'm actually quite pleased about this job interview. Interview sees clapworthy linked with Barnsley. I've had that with a few job interviews. Obviously, did them off camera because I didn't think they were any good. But I guess we're favourite for the Barnsley job now. So let's take a look. Are we favourite? Where's Barnsley? I'm not. David Hopkins is the favourite. That's that doesn't fill me with a lot of excitement, does it? I don't think I'm gonna get this job, am I? Yeah, I'm fairly confident we might end up staying at Maidstone. We have loaned out a few of our Premier League youngsters, and they are Milton Lenardi has joined Sutton United on loan. They're in the Vanarama South. They've actually won just one promotion, and Mardi has joined Kingston on loan. They're in the Vanarama North, so hopefully they get some much needed game time. So I guess between now and until I hear back from the job, I guess it's a waiting game. Then, should any other job interviews, I will obviously show them to you. But hopefully, just hopefully, we do get the Barnsley job. Well, a little bit of bad news. Our job interview that we had at Barnsley has been unsuccessful. They were satisfied with the plans you put forward in the interview, but ultimately decided that you weren't the right person to take the club forward. David Hopkins has been appointed the new manager. Completely, I agree. He's got a lot more experience. Managed Birmingham City. I'm not sure how long he was there for. 146 days. Then he got sacked. I guess we can make our own conclusions. Maybe I think Barnsley made a really bad decision in hiring him. I think they really should have hired me for the job, but who am I to say? I'm just a guy managing in the Vanarama National League. I think if we had got promoted this year, it might have been a different scenario. So who knows? Might have a few more job interviews. We have signed our first player, first decent player. That is Rico Richards. He's a 23-year-old English centre attacking mid and what the hell is an engage? What the hell is an engage? I do not know what that is, so I'm not going to bother reading that out. And he's also available. We'll probably end up just trading him in just to be a attacking midfielder, or might play him as a shadow striker. But anyway, he's a good Panorama national midfielder. Comes in on a free transfer from Salford. As was actually unemployed for most of this season until we snapped him up. So he hasn't actually played some football in completely a long time. So that's the only signing we've done. And for now, I presume most of our other signings will be done probably, I should think, in July. So I guess we'll come back beginning of July, where hopefully we might have had a few more players come in and maybe a few players go out of the club, or we might have a few more job interviews. Well, we haven't done any more transfers as of yet, but we do have another job interview, which completely took me by surprise because I thought we were done with job interviews. But no, Bradford City have just offered me a job interview. I'm not sure if I'm actually favourite for it. Who is favourite? Anthony Barry. Who the hell are you? I mean, you've never been a manager before, but you are assistant manager at England, which does make things slightly more interesting. You have been coach at a hell of a lot of great teams like Chelsea, Belgium, Portugal, Bayern Munich, and now England. So yeah, he's actually current coach at Bayern Munich. So that might be interesting. He might get the job ahead of me, but I guess we'll see. Let's have a look. Jordan Punter is the current director at Bradford City. Let's get started with this interview. Why have you only worked with a small selection of teams so far? I've shown tremendous loyalty everywhere I've gone. I will only go unless a team offered me a high wage, and the money's the main aspect why I'm staying. Because if you're not offering me double, I'm going to stay. You've done some highly impressive work, thank you, at your current club. Why do you want to move on? Well, let's see. Let's take a look at the options here. It's time for me to take the next step. Hopefully that can be here. I think that's a good option. I feel I've taken them as far as I can, that all parties would be best served by a change of scenery. I don't think, because I think I can still get them into League 2. I've been seeking a new challenge for a while now, and this opportunity is very appealing. That seems alright. And my current circumstances bear little relation to how I might manage a club, so I don't believe that. No, I'm not going to say that. I believe I'm in the position to take the positive momentum I've built up recently and use it to hit the ground. I think that's the answer I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going to say. We built up some great stuff here. Let's just keep it going with Bradford. I know it's a different team, but it's the same thing. I'm still managing a football team. Is it fair to say you haven't done great? What is it with the media? The media, I couldn't care less about. I could not care less about the media. Are you able to ease our worries about your apparent failure to cultivate a strong dressing room atmosphere? What a load of rubbish. That happened a long time ago. I've learnt from my mistakes. Are you able to ease our worries about losing the backing of your players? I've never lost the backing of the players. Maybe because I didn't sign a goalkeeper. That's the one time where I might have lost the players. Apart from that, I haven't lost the players at all. It happened a long time ago. It happened like a couple months ago. How would you feel about working with our current director of football, Alexander Opong? I gotta lie to you. I gotta be honest to you. He's very rubbish. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. If I have to sack him, I will sack him because those stats did not look good at all. I don't know. Probably just a small budget just to see if there were any changes to be made. So the board want me to play defensively solid football, play direct football, play counter-attacking football. I think that's all great stuff. Work within the wage budget, grow the club's reputation. There's stuff I could all do. Maximum 1-year contracts for any old men. Grow the club's reputation, then basically for the next foreseeable future, work towards being an established League One team, which are they not that already? Have they just recently come up from League Two? Oh, I'm happy with that. I don't really need to change that. If hired, we would expect you to battle against relegation. I think I could do slightly better than that. And transfer, but 41k, that's fine. I mean, I was expecting a little bit more for a League One club. That's fine. That's very good. That's very good. 114,000 wage budget. I'm very happy with that. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm good, thanks. There's nothing else for me to talk about. So I reckon we might have this job interview in the bag. I feel very confident with this. I guess, oh, this is a good sign. This is a very good sign. It really is a good sign. This is. They're requesting backroom staff changes. We're just gonna confirm that. I'm not gonna bother doing any changes because I'll work with what I've got. Dean Portelli's out for 2 to 3 weeks. Not that it matters, because I think we might be going to Barnes. No, Bradford. Bradford. We're going to Bradford. I think. Am I? I know. It still says Anthony Barry is favourite for the job, which seems absolutely bizarre. What are they? Oh. 850. Oh, if wages weren't important, I probably would have taken the job. But £850, that is. Let's see. Can you double it? We'll take off all this because I don't want it. I don't mind all this, but not being on there. 1.6k. Will you accept? It's only a £75 wage increase. I don't think that's are they? Will they go to 1.1k? No, they won't. No, they won't. I always had the meeting. Yeah, I'm ready to say if I get a new contract, I'm going to sign a new contract with Maidstone because, quite frankly, that Bradford contract offer absolutely ridiculous for a League One club. I was expecting at least a couple £1,000, but under 1,000, that's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they're going to offer me I don't know what we were on originally. Let's start the negotiations immediately. What were we on? £800. Let's try get it. Let's try and get it up to £1,000. Will they accept £1,000? They'll pretty much accept anything to keep me in charge. So I guess we've signed a new contract. We do have some players that have left the club, such as Hayden Lindley, Kean Jenkins, Aaron Blair, and Harry Lodovica. Obviously, Aaron Blair, Harry Lodovica, both out on loan last season. Both did pretty well for Hartford West. So I guess, they smashed up the Welsh Welsh version of Vanderham North, so I think they did very well. Hopefully, they might get a few job offers in Wales or contracts in Wales. But as it stands, Hamza Ahmadi's got 5-star potential. He never had 5-star potential when he first joined us, did he? I mean, that's just absolutely absurd. But there's the confirmation. We have signed a new deal to take us up to the end of the 2029 season, so that is very good. Should they? Well, no one's going to offer me a job now, but I guess the main focus now is trying to sign players ready for the new season. But this is what the squad currently looks like at the moment. We've got 2 goalkeepers at the moment. Harrison Bond and Noah Cooper. I think we're fine with them. Noah Cooper didn't really do much wrong last season. Did we honestly concede 74 goals last year? I feel like I don't believe that at all. But apparently we did. We did concede quite a few goals in all honesty. But I think he'll be fine. Then centre backs, we've only got two at the moment. Brian Cromwell, when does he join? 1st of July. Right, he joins in a couple of days. That's fine. So we've just got two centre backs at the moment, Alfred Doy and Alfred Taylor. I expect there'll be a few more joining us. Then the fullbacks, we've just got Jones and Pulling. They're both wanted. I mean, Jensen Jones, I think he's gone. I think we might have a massive clear out. I expect that at least 10 players joining before the start of the season. Bowen Phillips also wanted by Doncaster Rovers. So centre mids, we've got Bortelli, Clark, who's wanted. We've got a lot of players wanted by League 2, League 1 clubs. So I reckon this stage of the transfer window is going to be quite juicy, I reckon. But as it stands, we need goalkeepers we're good for. We need a couple centre backs, a right back and a left back, or a couple full backs even. Maybe all new full backs, depending on if any of them leave. Then we need at least another. Actually, I think we're all good. No, hang on. How many centre mids? We've got Grant, Clark, Portelli. So we do need another centre mid or a couple of centre mids. Then attacking midfielders to be good for because we've got Coulson and Richards, or we might potentially use Coulson in the midfield. I'm not sure about Coulson, but we'll see what he is. I think his best role is in the middle, so centre attacker mid. So another centre mid or few. There we need another right winger to replace Kyle Wilson, obviously who did go out, did return back to Swansea. We need another left winger. Well, we've got Bowen Phillips, and should he leave? Yeah, we'll definitely need another left winger then. Up front, we've got Steve Brooks and Dominic Richmond dropping down to 2.5 stars at 20 years old. I think we sell him. We're just going to offer him on the transfer list. He does have an agent, which does make it slightly easier to sell him than those players without agents. But I think for now, I guess we'll just come back just right before we play our first game of the season, unless we get any more job interviews, which I very much doubt it. Then hopefully by the time we play our first game of the season, we should hopefully have, ideally, the best team in the Vanarama National. So we have made it to the start of the brand new Vanarama League season, and I think we've done a little bit of transfer business. We've got together a full squad. Some of the players are a bit, they look very decent. Some of them look all right. So we'll go through what business we've done so far throughout this transfer window. So I started off the episode by thinking I sold two of our Premier League youngsters out on loan, but no, I didn't because they immediately came back at the end of June. So that was a mistake on my part, but they are in the first team squad. I will go through the first team squad very shortly. First outgo was Archie Davies. He has joined Crawley Town for a fee of 25k, which is very, very good. I'm not sure if that's a record or anything. The next couple of players going out, Brian Crumb obviously joined Dreams FC out in Ghana. Alfred Taylor has joined Wickham for 84k, potentially 105k. Then Connor Grant has joined Connors Key for a fee of 30k, which that's not too bad. We sold 115k worth of players. That's pretty good. Then obviously we did start off the episode by signing the 5 Premier League youngsters. I'm not going to go through them. Then we started off by signing Rico Richards, 23-year-old English centre attacker mid, comes in from Salford City. Well, actually not Salford City, was it? That was his loan spell. Where was he previously? Reading, and obviously had Aston Villa, West Brom. Then moving on to this season, we have signed Danny Mahon. He's a 18-year-old English centre back, 2 stars of current ability, 4.5 star potential. Leader Vanderham North-South player, potentially League One. He comes in from Arsenal on a free transfer. Then moving on swiftly to Brody Hughes. He's a 22-year-old English right back, 3.5 stars of current ability, leading Vanderham National, potentially League One. He comes in from Sunderland on a free transfer, formerly of Grimsby and Chelsea. He actually played one game for Chelsea, which not too bad. Then next up is Declan Holborn. He's a 18-year-old English right winger, 2.5 stars of current ability, 5-star potential. He's a decent Panorama national player, potentially championship. He comes in on loan from Exeter City for the whole of this season. Looks like he could be a very decent player. I'm not sure if he's going to start all of the games or he might do, might not. Then please welcome back to Joshua Aguilera. He comes back in on loan for another season. Hopefully he can get a few more goals, a few more assists, and a few more player for matches. So hopefully that will be nice and sweet. Then last but not least is Zach Mitchell. He's a 22-year-old English centre back, 3 stars of current ability, 4-star potential, good fan around the national player. Comes in on a free transfer from Charlton, so he's going to link up nice and well with Joshua Galloway, both Charlton boys, so that should be fairly good. So the squad going into this season at the moment is Harrison de Bond and Noah Cooper as the two goalkeepers. Their right backs for this season, we've got Brody Hughes and Jensen Jones. Centre backs, we've got Alfie Doy, Milton Lenardi, Joshua Aguilera, and Danny Mahon. I think they're fine. It's a young squad with decent potential. It really is. Left backs, we've got Beckham Pudding and Ian Davies. Another one of those Premier League youngsters that's fairly decent potential. Never had that decent potential when they first came in, but they do now. Then and also we do also have Zach Mitchell as another centre back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's fine because a couple of them are. I mean, Alfred Doy is currently unhappy. Wants to start more games. That's completely fine. I guess we might potentially load out Milton Lenardi, or we might just keep him because I'm not really sure what his best role is. So we've got 5 centre backs at the club. That's nice. Then centre mids, we've got Portelli. He's a playmaker. That's a centre mid attack. I'm not really sure what role you can play that with. I mean, you're not going to play a Mazzala with it because it's basically literally the same thing. But we'll keep him as a deep line playmaker for now. Then other centre mids alongside Portelli are Clark, Collins, and John Holmes. I think we'll probably start Portelli and Clark, then Holmes and Collins as the 2 backups. Then attacking mids, we've got Gabriel Carlson and Rico Richards. I think Richards is probably going to be the first choice. Carlson as a backup. Right wingers, we've got Akoka and Holborn. Left wingers, we've got Bo Phillips and Kira McKeown. Again, I'm not sure which one's going to start. I am thinking Bo Phillips, purely because he's got the better of the values and he's got the better of the current ability. Then strikers, we've got Dominic Richmond, Steve Brooks, same as last year, but I think we're going to go with Steve Brooks this year, mainly because at 20 years old, 2.5 star ability, no room for improvement. We've been trying to get rid of him for most of the transfer window, but he's just not going. So I think Richmond will be second choice this season. I know he got 30 goals last year, but I just don't think he's that good. He's not going to be that good. Steve Brooks, however, looks like a fantastic little player, great potential as well. Could be League One standard so he could be Maidstone striker for at least the next 2-3 years. I reckon we are in the process of loading out Hamza Ahmadi as we failed a failed load attempt because I didn't realise he was going to come back in July. Did not know that at all. So he's going to go out alone. Christian Clark is wanted by Notts County, but I don't really want to sell him because he's a very good player with a great shot on him. But on his day, I reckon he could get at least 10 goals this season. So let's take a look at the season preview after those transfers. So we moved up into 5th, was 11th last year, but I think probably this season, realistically, we've got to go up this year. Just have to. We don't have to, but in order, well, I kind of want to win the Champions League before FM25 comes out, which late March it will be, or mid March, depending on when it is. So I kind of want to get promoted this year. If we can get a job mid-season, that's fine. But I'm not going to apply for any jobs. I'm not sure what's available. Nothing at the moment. So that's all fine. Ross County might be an interesting one should that job come available. But at the moment, we've just signed a new contract. We don't need to leave just yet. So I think with that being it, I think that's where we'll end this season's transfer window. So I will see you all in the next episode for our first matches in the Valorant National League against Dagenham and Redbridge and Bromley. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.